In the middle of the village stood a big people's tree on a cords beneath it. An old man was reading the newspaper. Suddenly, a bike stopped with a loud scream.
Yo yo people of the village, I'm back with a bang. Hey Ramdeen son, you remembered the village after 2 years, huh? Uncle, I've been in the city learning business. Now I'll make some noise right here in the village.
Oh my god, what ghost has come home? So many holes in your jeans. Did some dog bite you?
Bua, that's fashion. It's called ripped jeans.
Ripped or ruined? You look broke.
So tell me, what did you learn in the city? Uncle, I worked at a Chinese restaurant. Now I can make chicken fried rice.
What is chicken?
Chicken bua, hen.
Then say hen. So much English these days.
At Ramdeen's house, Chamelis was grinding lentils in the
Mom,
cottage
I'm
yard.
back.
Oh my dear boy, you've come. You have become so thin. Didn't you get food in the city?
No, Mom. I was going to the gym, building muscles. Oh, so you are back, ready to help me in the fields now? No, Papa. I'm opening a restaurant in the village. What? A restaurant? What's that? It's like a hotel, Papa, where people come to eat. I will sell chicken fried rice.
Your father and grandfather were farmers. Now you'll cook chicken. Oof.
Mom, time have changed. Everything is business now. But son, who'll eat your chicken in this village? Just wait and watch, Papa. In 1 month, everyone will be my fan.
Pappus built a small shops outside his house. The boards read Pappus Chinese Corner.
Bro, you have really done it. But will villagers eat this stuff? Once they taste it, they'll lick their fingers clean. Hey, Pappu, what's this word Chinese? Some kind of disease? No, uncle. It's a kind of food from China. Oh, so now you have turned Chinese. No, uncle. Still Indian. But I cook Chinese food.
I am not eating that. Who knows what you mix in it?
Bua, just try it once.
No way. I pray every morning. I don't eat chicken.
What's going on here? What about the village's honor? Sarpanji, this is business. It will bring jobs to our village. We'll see. Any trouble and I'll close you down.
Next day, Pappus opened his shops, but not a single customer came.
Bro, not even one person. Villagers are really stingy.
Just then, a car stops outside. A tall man in a long coat and dark glasses steps
Do you
out.
serve chicken fried rice here? Yes. You are my first customer. Make 2 plates fast.
Pappu quickly cooked and served the foods and the man. Then he took out a 1,000 rupees note.
Sir, that's too much. 1 plate is just 50 rupees. Keep the change. And listen, your fried rice was good. I'll come again tomorrow. Sure, sir.
Victor's left and Chintu's looked at Pappu.
That guy looked weird, bro. Yeah, maybe. But he paid well.
By evenings, the whole village gathers under the
I
people's
saw
tree.
it with my own eyes. A city man who was wearing strange clothes. He was eating at Pappu's shop. He didn't look right. Definitely some criminal.
What? A criminal?
Long coat, black glasses, just like a movie villain.
Oh no. I hope Pappu is not in trouble. I'll go and talk to him right now.
Just as police jeeps enters the village, Inspector Tiwari steps out with the two
Sarpanji, we have
constables.
received information that a dangerous criminal is hiding in this village. A criminal here in our village? Yes, his name is Victor. He stole 50 lakh and escaped. We believe he is nearby, so be careful.
Sir, I saw him at Pappu's shop.
Inspector Tiwari reached Pappu's shop.
Hey, are you Pappu? Yes, sir. Did a strange man come here this afternoon? Sir, can't recall. Many people come here every day. So, I don't clearly remember. Sir, one man did come. He just ate and left. What did he look like? Sir, tall, wearing black glasses and a long coat. That's Victor. What did he eat? Chicken fried rice, sir. What? Chicken fried rice here in this village? Yes, sir. Pappu learned it in the city. Give me one plate too.
Pappu quickly served him. The inspector took one bite and closed his eyes.
Wow. This is amazing. Thank you, sir. Listen, if that man comes again, call me. But don't let him suspect anything. Is it clear? Yes, sir.
That night, Ramdeen house.
What's going on? The police at our house?
Pappu, what have you done? Papa, I don't do anything. That man came, ate, and left.
I told you not to start this chicken business. See, now trouble is here.
Hey, Ramdeen, calm down. The boy is innocent.
Innocent? Oh Lord, what if Pappu's helping that thief?
Quiet, just shut up. My son is not a thief.
Then why did that man come to his shop?
Bua, because of chicken fried rice. It's so tasty, even thieves can't resist. Is there magic in your fried rice or what? Yes, uncle. Village love and city skill.
Next morning, the same man returned.
Hey, one plate, quick. Yes, sir. You didn't came for 2 days? Yeah, had some work. Your food is too good. Can't find this taste even in the city. Thank you, sir. Tell me something. Do you need money? Sure, sir. If I give you 1 lakh rupees, will you hide me for 2 days? What? I'm in trouble actually. The police are after me, but I'm innocent. Then why are you running from them? Because the real thief is a rich man's son. He blamed me for everything. But if the police find out, nothing will happen to you. I promise. Just 2 days. My lawyer is coming. He'll fix everything.
At Pappu's shops, Victor pushes a bundle of cash towards him.
But I can't do this. Pappu, I am just like you, trapped by city people. I just need 2 days. Consider this 1 lakh as advance for your restaurant. It's a good deed. You'll be helping an innocent man. Please accept my request. Bro, 1 lakh. Okay, sir. But you'll stay in our old storeroom. No one should know. Is that fine? You are a godsend to me, Pappu.
Pappu's lets Victor through the back lanes to the storeroom behind their house, hidden by bushes. That evening, Ramdeen and Chameli sat in the courtyards.
I don't feel right, Ramdeen. The police were here. End this chicken business now.
Yes, I feel uneasy too. Pappu's hiding something. Ramdeen, I heard Sarpanji is keeping an eye on Pappu's shop. Says the village name is being spoiled. You need to do something now. Oh no, I just hope Pappu's innocence doesn't become our shame.
Next morning, inside the storerooms, Victor was whispering on the phones when Pappu walked in a plate of fried rice.
Thank you, Pappu. Listen, my lawyer is waiting near the highway outside the village. I can't meet him myself. Go give him this envelope. He'll give you an ATM card and a small note. That's the proof that I am innocent. It's money meant for poor people that I need to return. Yes, sir. I'll go right away.
Pappu rushed out to the highway. A man in a fancy suit waited inside the luxury car.
You are Pappu. Here, take this. Now go quickly.
Scared but obedient, Pappu took the cards and the notes. Then heads back. He handed them to Victor. Victor then thanks Pappu.
Perfect. Now everything is fine. My lawyers arranged everything to clear my name. Tomorrow I'll surrender to the police and tell them the truth. Keep these 1,000 rupees for your restaurant expenses. Pappu, I'm really thankful to you. You helped me a lot. No problem, sir. I'm fine. Pappu, you took a big risk for me. No one else wouldn't done that. I can't do much in return, But here, take this ATM card. Use it to buy supplies for your restaurant for a few days.
A few days passed. Once mornings around 8 a.m., Pappus cheerfully opened his shops. Ramtis and Chambelis looked scales.
Son, you are not into any trouble with that man, right? No, Papa. He said he'll surrender tomorrow. He's innocent.
Suddenly, the police has coursed through the village. Inspectors Tiwari, along with his full teams and village heads, men rushed towards Ramtin's house.
You are surrounded. Come out quietly.
Pappus runs to the storerooms. Victor was stuffing things into his bags in a hurry.
You told the police about me? No, sir. I didn't tell anyone. Pappu, stay away from that thief. I'm the one who called Inspector Tiwari last night.
Victor realized that the game was over, but inside of panic, his eyes gleamed with cold cunning. In a flash, he grabbed Pappus and pressed a gun to his neck.
Back off, or I'll shoot the boy. Victor, we know your record. 15 cities, the same fraud every time. You can't escape now. We'll see about that, Inspector.
Victor dragged Pappu into the small kitchens behind the storerooms. On the back walls was a tiny windows opening into the cattle's sheds, a typical village layout.
Quietly pour all that oil and red chili powder into the wok on full flame. Why? Just do what I say.
Pappus pours the chili into hot oil, booms a loud burst filled the hairs as thick black smoke trained everywhere. The smoke was so strong it burns everyone's eyes.
Smoke! Fall back! Get some water!
We'll just start drinking and running fast covers. I missed all his calls.
Pappu, don't worry. I'll get you out on bail soon. Keep the plan alive. Goodbye. Keep that ATM card safe. Did you understand?
By the time the police broke into the kitchens and cleared the smoke.
Sir, the back window is open. Surround the fields.
But inside the sheds only frightened cows, straw and mist behind the mister's fields on once was inside.
He's very clever. He used the village's innocence to his advantage.
As the inspector turns, he noticed something in Pappu's pockets, the same ATM card.
And you? You sheltered a wanted criminal? The evidence is all here. Whose ATM card is this? Whose diary? And what's all this fake data in this envelope? Arrest Pappu. No, sir. I am innocent. He tricked me. I don't know anything. Sir, my son is innocent. He's a simple boy. I told you, Inspector. Something big was fishy here.
The constable's handkerchiefs, Pappus, who turns back with his eyes full of tears, looking at his broken parents. The police jeep's covers have Pappus was silent and tearful insides.
So you thought you could run a restaurant with stolen money? That ATM card we found with you, it's the key to the 50 lakh robbery. He framed me. He didn't frame you, Pappu. He used you. You thought he sent you to meet his lawyer for evidence? No, he just wanted that card in your hands. So when we got him, he could prove the stolen ATM was with you. He made you his cover. Your chicken fried rice dream became his safest escape plan. That's why it is said that big ambitions are good, but it's rather important to be practical on ground. Inspector, sir, I'm innocent. So what's the lesson from all this, Pappu? When someone offers you easy money or big promises, be careful. Trusting blindly, even someone who looks innocent, is the biggest mistake. Because betrayal always hides behind trust.
The jeeps rolls down the woods roads, rising a clouds of dust. Ramtin's Chambelis and the old man stands silently, staring at the empty signs boards of Pappur's Chinese court.